Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1981 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Milwaukee Brewers and the Detroit Tigers at Tiger Stadium. On the mound for the Brewers is Moose Haas, whose record is 5-8 with a 4.80 ERA. And pitching today for the Tigers is Bryn Smith, whose record is 2-3 with a 6.51 ERA. And so we entered July, falling 7.5 games back as we look at the National League there. We are technically not out of it. I mean, there's still 25 games to go. So it's not completely impossible, but we are, with every game, falling mathematically in the wrong direction. So hopefully we can pull a win out against the Brew Crew today. We were terrible yesterday in the ninth inning. We had the lead and our bullpen could not hold it as the Brewers went ahead in the ninth and won the game. So hopefully we can get back to our winning ways. We need it desperately. Let's go ahead and get today's game started, flipping over to July. There we go. All right, as always, I appreciate everyone following along. Like and or subscribe if you enjoy this content. We have Bryn Smith on the mound today, and he's been pitching better of late. We'll talk more about him momentarily. All of the bullpen is available today, including yesterday's culprit, Tom Hume, who took the loss. And let's take a look at the lineup with Moose Haas on the mound. We are basically putting in our lineup versus righties. Bobby Ramos, of course, is the personal catcher to Bryn Smith. Mark Wagner will be playing second base today to give Lou Whitaker a break. He was listed as tired. Rickey Henderson also listed as tired, but we're going to keep him in the game, try to give us the best chance to possibly win today. So Parrish is on the bench, as well as Reggie. Okay, let's go ahead and do the lineup rundown for the Brew Crew. Batting leadoff and DHing today is Randy Reddy. Batting second and playing third base is Jim Gantner. Batting third at second base is Paul Molitor. Batting cleanup in center field is Chet Lemon. Batting fifth at first base is Cecil Cooper. Batting sixth in left field is Larry Hisle. Batting seventh and catching is Dave Sax. Batting eighth in right field is Marshall Edwards. And batting ninth at shortstop is Ed Romero. So same lineup as yesterday. Bryn Smith on the mound. We'll take a look at him real quick. Let's take a look at his log. He's improved. He hasn't lost a game in, 5 starts? So that's something. And he's made it at least 6 innings in 3 out of those 5. So overall, he's on the right track. I think having the personal catcher, which I've never done before, I think that has worked out to some degree. He does have more walks than strikeouts, and I would think if a personal catcher is assigned to you, maybe your he wouldn't be as wild, but I have no idea. He's got that 2-3 record. ERA is still high, but cut in half from where he was before. Opponents are betting 327. That's going to be a problem with this team that does actually hit pretty well. Okay, we're going to start it off with Randy Reddy. Oops, sorry about that. There we go. Randy Reddy leading off against Bryn Smith. And a ground ball to Trammell at short. There's one down. You can see Mark Wagner playing out of position. Still a solid infielder, but second base not his natural position. One down. Here's Jim Gantner. Gantner, ground ball to Wagner. Wagner tosses him out. It's going to bring up Paul Molitor. And Molitor is going to get an infield single. He's the one that had the 2 RBIs in the ninth yesterday to give the victory to the Brew Crew. So runner on first. Chet Lemon up next. And Lemon hits a high fly ball to center field. Caught by Rickey. And that's going to do it for the first. We go to the bottom half. Here is the Tigers lineup for today. Batting leadoff in center field is Rickey Henderson. Batting second at first base is Greg Brock. Batting third at shortstop is Alan Trammell. Batting cleanup in left field is Kirk Gibson. Batting fifth and DHing is Jeffrey Leonard. Batting sixth in right field is Garry Hancock. Batting seventh at third base is Tom Brookens. Batting eighth and catching is Bobby Ramos. And batting ninth at second base is Mark Wagner. Moose Haas on the mound. I did a little research on him just to see who might be better suited to play against him today. And it looks like righties and lefties hit him pretty well. So I tried to get batters in there that I thought could make good contact. So I did have a strategy to today's game. Haas has pitched against Detroit one other time this year, and we did light him up for 6 runs in 5 2/3 innings. He took the loss in that game. So I do have a little bit of strategy for this game. We'll see if there's any merit to that. Rickey Henderson leading off against Haas. 3 for 15, but 2 of those hits are homers. Henderson hitting a line drive to center field. Chet makes the catch. 1 down. It's going to bring up Greg Brock. Brock has a base hit in all 3 of his starts this season. And there we go. He's got a 4-game hitting streak to start off his career. So Greg Brock on first. Alan Trammell up next, and he strikes out looking. So 2 down for Gibby in the cleanup role today. And Gibby hits a ground ball to third, and that is the final out of the first. So we go to the top of the second, no score. Cecil Cooper leading off against Bryn Smith. Ground ball to third, and Brookens makes the play. 1 down. Here's Larry Hisle, and another infield single. Come on. Runner on first. Here's Dave Sax, potential double play candidate. Okay, we'll take a strikeout for the second out. First K of the afternoon for Smith. 2 down for Marshall Edwards, and Larry Hisle steals second base. These American League teams are strangely aggressive against us. That's only his 3rd stolen base of the season. So Hisle's on second for Marshall Edwards and a full count and a base hit, and that's going to score the first run. Oh, it's actually a double. An RBI double for Edwards, and it's 1-0 Brew Crew. It's going to bring up number 9 hitter, Ed Romero. Romero popping it up on the infield. And Brock makes the catch for the third out. So Brewers take the early lead on the RBI double by Edwards. It's 1-0 Brewers. Jeffrey Leonard leading off the second inning, grounding out to second. There's 1 down. Next up is Garry Hancock. We gave him the day off yesterday, and he strikes out looking. Second K for Haas. 2 down for Tom Brookens. Hey, there we go. There's a base hit to right. Good job by Tommy. All right, well, we're going to try to steal second. Brookens with his 94 speed right down the middle, and he steals second base. There we go. Runner in scoring position for Ramos, who is now 0 for his last 10. He's due, though, right? Nope, not even close. Wow. Ramos strikes out on a pitch that was outside the zone. We're going to the top of the third. Randy Reddy leading off the inning. Lazy fly ball to right. Hancock makes the play. 1 down. It's going to bring up Jim Gantner. Gantner popping up into foul ground on the first base side. And Brock makes the play. That says second baseman, so I guess Wagner hustled over there to make the catch. 2 down for Paul Molitor. Ground ball back to Smith, and that's a 1-2-3 inning, so we'll take that. Go to the bottom of the third. Tigers only have 2 hits. And Mark Wagner, by the way, 0 for his last 14. Getting another spot start today. Ground ball back to Moose Haas. There's 1 down. Rickey Henderson flipping it to right. That's the second out. And then Greg Brock sends it into left center field for an easy 1-2-3 inning. Tigers got nothing going so far as we head to the top of the fourth with Chet Lemon leading off. Ground ball to Wagner at second. There's 1 down. Cecil Cooper walks. Only the first walk for Bryn Smith. Runner on first for Larry Hisle. And Smith pulls the string on the slider, striking out Hisle for the second out and his second K of the day. And then he gets Dave Sax on the inside pitch. So tossing a bunch of junk up there. Getting the job done as we go to the bottom of the fourth. Still 1-0 Milwaukee. Trammell leading off. Gosh darn it, we cannot get anything going. So much for my strategy. A couple of soft tossers. As Gibby pops up to Molitor at second. Jeez, come on. Those 3 pop-ups might have made it to the outfield if you put them all together. We go to the top of the fifth. Marshall Edwards, 1 for 1 with that RBI double. And another hit to center field. 4th hit for the Brew crew. Going to bring the third baseman in, just in case he decides to lay down a bunt. Nope, stealing second base. And then a walk. All right, we're going to guard the lines here as we get to the top of the lineup with Randy Reddy. Reddy sends a fly ball into left center field. Is that deep enough to get Edwards to third? It is, of course. All right, we got to pull the infield in. We cannot afford to give up another run the way we're hitting today. And it happens anyway. Ground ball by Gantner through the pulled in left side of the infield, and it is 2-0. It's going to bring up Hall of Famer Paul Molitor, who strikes out. 4 Ks for Smith. Going to leave it up to Chet Lemon, who strikes out as well. Well, if we weren't down 2-0, I would say that's a successful start for Bryn Smith. 5 Ks. Definitely did not expect that today. Moose Haas, pitching well, gets Hancock to ground at the third. Tommy Brookens, 2 for 2 on the day. You can't fool Tommy. All right, we're going to hit and run with Ramos since he can't seem to do anything right now. Ground ball right to short. Brookens was running on the play, so the only place to first. 2 down. Here's Mark Wagner. Striking out. We're going to the top of the 6th. There's the in-game stats. Brookens 2 for 2 with a stolen base. An unlikely player of the game thus far. Okay, Smith is at 92 pitches. But, what do we got to lose at this point? Base hit by Cooper. I was actually thinking about, I'm not thinking about doing it, I'm going to do it. This will probably be Smith's last start. And we're going to move Tom Filer into this role as Hisle hits a fly ball to center. So we'll give Tom Filer a chance to get a few starts before the end of the season as we still try to determine who our rotation will be for next season. as Dave Sax flips it down the right field line. That should score Cooper from first. No, he's going to hold it third. And Bryn Smith now tired at 100 pitches, and that's going to be it for him. We're going to bring in Capizzello, the only pitcher who did not pitch yesterday. So we can't blame him. Marshall Edwards only batting 128 versus lefties, like that means anything. As Edwards pops it up on the infield, carries to the outfield grass, and the play is made by Wagner. And now Romero, I think we're going to bring in Hisle. That'll make sense if we're going to put him in this role. He'll pitch today and then be ready for the next start. Okay, 2 down. Here's Ed Romero against Hisle. Let's take a look at Hisle since we're talking about starting him. So he's been in 8 games. This is his 9th as a Tiger, but he did make 2 starts for the Cubbies before the trade. And he's pitched pretty well. Certainly deserved of a look for the team next year. And a base hit to left. Everybody scores. 4-0. And then a ground ball by Randy Reddy. And those 2 runs will be tacked on. One of them, both of them will go to Bryn Smith. So what turned out to be an okay start turned out to be a terrible start. So there you have it. Okay, that's great. 5 Ks now for Haas. Greg Brock, at least he showed up today, and an error by the right fielder, Marshall Edwards, gets Brock to second base. Trammell, line drive to second, and Brock gets doubled. Okay, so screw this. Let's get some other players in there. Clearly, this is not the way we want this to go down. So we'll get Reggie Jackson in the field. He has not played in the field all season. So we're going to do a couple defensive replacements and let Hisle pitch a couple more innings here as Gantner gets a base hit down the right field line. Runner on first for Molitor. And there's another hit. First and second. Chet Lemon flips it to right. That'll get Gantner to third. And maybe we can turn 2 here with Cooper. Nope, base hit to right. 5-0. Hisle gets hit. Sax popping it up on the infield to the outfield grass. And Brookens makes the play. Here's Marshall Edwards. Ground ball to third. Okay, 5-0. Reggie getting a chance to play the field today and get a couple swings. Weak ground ball to short. Reggie Jackson, we might have to buy him out. He is just absolutely garbage. As Leonard strikes out. Garry Hancock comes through with a base hit. Going to hold him at first. Here's Tom Brookens. 2 for 2 with a stolen base. I was actually thinking about taking him out for Hatcher, but guy's 2 for 2. 2 for 3. We're going to the 8th. Ground ball by Romero. Hisle finally getting the leadoff hitter out. Randy Reddy follows that up with a fly ball to center. Plays made by Bunnell. Base hit by Gantner. And Molitor strikes out again. 2 times today. That is not something you see a lot of. Okay, here's Bobby Ramos, who basically whatever he had going on is done. Mark Wagner, weak sauce, popping it up. And Barry Bunnell gets a base hit down the left field line. That's a nice. We'll take a base hit from Bunnell. Runner on first. Here's Greg Brock. Oh, gosh, right back to the pitcher. Moose Haas, efficient today. Still under 100 pitches. So 5-0. Keeping Filer in there. Chet Lemon gets a base hit to right. Filer not really instilling, I should say, confidence right now. As he does get a ground ball from Cooper to Wagner for the first out. And that could be a hit into the gap. No, it's going to be run down by Bunnell. Good job. And then Dave Sax will fly out to end the top of the ninth. So the Tigers have been shut down. It's 5-0. It's probably the worst game of the season as far as entertainment goes. As Trammell's going to get the Tigers on the board here. He gets a double down the right field line, so you know that means that's going to give them their token one run. First and second as Reggie Jackson walks. It's going to bring up Jay Lee, as I like to call him now. Yeah, see, this is just what happens. The game evening it out a little bit as Trammell scores. So it's 5-1. Hancock pops up. And Brookens shoots it into left center field gap. That's going to get all the way to the wall. A 2-run triple, as the game likes to tease you. That hot blonde in the black mini dress on the corner of the bar winking at you. That's what this game does to you. Then you go over there and you find out that she's got a boyfriend. I bought her a drink anyway, though. Fly ball to center field. That'll score Brookens. From third, of course he scores, and this is where we fall 1 run shy. We're going to take out Mark Wagner. We're going to bring in Lance Parrish. Swing of the bat could tie it up. Swing of the bat probably in the game. Yep. So that's what the game does. You've seen it 1,000 times, just like I have now, as the Tigers lose 5-4. Both games 5-4 scores. No trade offers. Let's take a look at the let's take a look at standings. Yeah, we lost. And of course, the Baltimore's lost 5 in a row. We could be actually 5.5 games back right now if it wasn't for these two pathetic turnouts for their offense. Fergie Jenkins gets his career 3,000th strikeout. That's pretty impressive. Jeff Reardon gets a 3-year extension. A couple other injuries there. I guess just one with Kevin Paisley, which we've already saw those. So, all right. Well, we got the day off tomorrow. Let's go ahead and play one day ahead, just for the hell of it. Why not? Let's see if any transactions pop up as it's simulating. There we go. Yes, there is a trade. There is a trade. Okay, so we've got the Phillies sending Leon Roberts, former number 1 overall draft pick, to the Brew Crew to play right field for them. That makes sense, actually. And Bill Schrader, minor league catcher, who's pretty solid in this game. In my other simulations, he goes to the Phillies. He's in Double-A for them. So that's a pretty fair trade and actually makes some sense. So very cool. I mean, the Brewers are 4 games back, so they had to make that decision. That's pretty good. I like it. Okay, we'll pull the box score and get out of here. What a crappy game. It's raining out here in the desert, so it's been kind of like gloomy all day long. And I was excited this morning when I was thinking about doing this game this afternoon, and then the rains came in, and it just kind of made me feel blah about the whole thing. As we're going to give player of the game to Tom Brookens, only Tiger that showed up today. 3 for 4, 2 RBIs. He had that triple. Pretty solid. He had a stolen base. So good job by Tommy. Bryn Smith takes the loss. Really wasn't as bad as it looks. And Moose Haas dominated for 9 innings, and then the game had to even it up. So he gets the win. He's 6-8 on the season. Okay, we're going to come back. We have a 4-game series in Anaheim against the Angels, and then we have the All-Star break. So we'll be back tomorrow with that first game of the series against the Angels. Until then, everyone, have a great night.